beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today is time for part 2 of my Best of 2022 series. And part 2 is all about lips. So I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite lip colors from the year. I'm going to give you close-ups, I'm going to give you lip swatches. I just want to go through a couple of things. If you've already seen part 1, then you've already heard this, so apologies. Just got a minute or 2 of this to sit through, so don't worry, it won't take too long. First of all, I am recovering from being sick for like a week right before the holidays, so I know my voice doesn't sound perfect. I definitely cannot think straight. My brain's still a little bit scrambled, but I'm going to do a combination of this face here in person and some voiceover as well. That way I can give my voice some breaks, and hopefully that will result in the best possible viewing experience for you. Also, just want to mention a few things that I always touch on during my end of the year favorites. First and foremost, there are millions of new products released every year. I definitely don't try all of them. I wouldn't even think of attempting to try all of them. So these are just my personal favorites from what I was able to try this year. There are probably some really phenomenal products that I never got a chance to try. If you think you got a chance to try a phenomenal product that I have not laid eyes on yet, I definitely want to hear about it in the comments. I always get great suggestions from you. So my favorites really, of course, can only come from the pool of products that I'm either gifted from brands sent in PR or that I find enticing and attractive enough to purchase myself. So I do still try lots, thousands of products every year, but definitely not everything. Also, these favorites are going to be based on my personal preferences, my style, my skin type, of course, and those things are going to vary from person to person, as will favorites. So these are just my favorites that suit me and that I enjoyed wearing this year. I do have very dry skin. I'm also in my late 30s, and that dry skin dilemma does affect my lips as well, so I really do tend to prefer more hydrating products. I also tend to prefer more neutral nude lip colors, so you're gonna see those preferences reflected in my favorites. I feel like it would be kind of weird if you didn't at this point, but I am gonna show you close-ups, swatches, lip swatches of all of my favorites. And these aren't in any particular order. The only real ranking I'm doing this year is for my palettes, but otherwise these are just general favorites in no particular order. So let's take a close-up look at my top 10 favorite lip colors from 2022. I'm going to start with some of the glossy finish products first. That way we don't stain the lips with the swatches. First up, we have some So Glassy lip glosses from ColourPop. My 2 favorite shades were Newport and Huntington. You can probably tell this one lived in my bag. It was such a go-to. All of the writing on the logo is rubbing off because I've just used it so much. And same to a slightly lesser degree with Huntington. This one didn't live in my bag for as long, but these were my 2 just throw it on quick neutral glosses, which is a constant staple for me every single year. I also really loved this Flora tinted lip balm from Milani. This is actually my second tube of this because I wore this so often, particularly in the spring and summer. I basically lived in this tinted lip balm. It adds a little pop of color to the face, but it's still really hydrating. It definitely is a skincare product, and honestly, I think I'm gonna get a 3rd tube of this because I love it so much. It's such a go-to. Now, this is probably no surprise. The ColourPop glowing lips have been in constant rotation for me. These 2 shades I wore pretty much nonstop. The lighter pinky nude shade is called Let's Jet, and this rusty reddish neutral brown type of color, which is my all-time favorite lip color this year. I have so many different lip colors in this sort of rusty red brown shade, is called Museum Date. This is also one of my favorite formulas of the year. I did rotate through a lot of other shades of this glowing lip product. This is just so comfortable. It feels like a lip balm but it has the performance of a creamy lipstick. I love the glowing lip shades. I really hope to see more colors because this product has been such a hero product for me. And I think both of these shades are going to be flattering on just about anybody, but they definitely really suited me, at least in my opinion. Next up, more Milani. Now, Milani always has great lip products, but I think that their Color Fetish matte lipsticks are just some of the best all-around matte lipsticks on the market, including really high-end, much more expensive lip products. I have dedicated swatch and review videos for a lot of the lip products that you're seeing in today's video, so make sure you check the description box if you want to see more in-depth reviews and see lip swatches of more colors in these different formulas. But particularly this berry shade was just as soon as I put it on, I knew I was going to love it. This color in particular makes me feel so glamorous. I found myself choosing this over like a traditional red lip for a lot of looks that I would have used a red lip for. Another drugstore brand that always kills it with their lip products is NYX Cosmetics. They released these new Smooth Whip matte lip creams, and I was constantly wearing these two shades. Teddy Fluff, which is a perfect neutral brown lip color. It reminds me a little bit of a cross between MAC's Smoked Almond and Well Bred Brown, which were two of my favorite lip tensity lipsticks. So that's probably why I love Teddy Fluff so much. And this shade Faux Fur is what I'm wearing throughout the talking portions. Like I said, I've been loving this rusty sort of brownish red color. It's so fall-tastic. I feel like it really warms up any look, and I am just addicted to this Faux Fur color. Faux Fur is a little bit of a darker version of this Too Faced Melted Matte that came out as a part of their what I call Fall-a-Day release. This is the shade PSL. It dries a little darker on the lips than it looks in the tube, but this is just a scented, slightly lighter orangey version of the Faux Fur color, so you could kind of use these interchangeably if you wanted to. Or if you like that Too Faced PSL Melted Matte, but it's too pricey or you don't like the scent, I think that Faux Fur is a pretty decent stand-in. So these are my top 10 most loved, most worn lip colors of the year. We have a wide variety of finishes: gloss, tinted lip balm, we have that creamy glowing lip, a matte bullet lipstick, and then some matte liquid lipsticks. While there is a wide variety of finishes and actually more of a variety of colors than I expected, there's a lot more pink in here than I truly realized. But one thing these all have in common is that they're all really comfortable. Because I do have dry skin and dry lips, comfort is a huge thing for me. So regardless of what shade I'm wearing, what finish I'm wearing, I always want a really comfy lip product, and these all have that in common. That wraps up my best of lip colors for the year. If you haven't already seen it, make sure you go check out part 1. It has all of my face favorites from this year. And keep an eye out for part 3, which will be the best palettes of the year. That's always an exciting finale to this series. I would love to hear what your favorite lip colors were this year. Do we have any of the same favorites? Is there something that you really love that you feel like should have made my list? I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I don't need to say that. If there's a, what? Look at that, how worn off that is. Hopefully this part voiceover thing works out, because usually I just sit down and film and talk for hours and hours, but I don't think that is gonna work out this year. I know a lot of the lip colors I like are the same, okay? I know it. Just go watch the palette one, because that one's way more different. I have a lot more variety in my eyeshadow than I do in my lip colors. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I love this color. This would look so good on everybody. Okay, now I really need a break. I really love this green eye look. She is an enchanted wood nymph. If you don't hype yourself up by calling yourself an enchanted wood nymph, what are you doing? Probably something less weird than that. I just realized as I'm looking at these lip colors laid out here, there's only one high-end lip product this year. The rest are all drugstore and ColourPop. There were a couple other things that were close. Like those, the Pat McGrath Bridgerton ones, those are pretty good. I almost put those on the list, but I feel like just the stuff that's here, I just liked better and I've worn more, so I don't know what to tell you. I can't tell you how awful my dry skin has been between being sick, which is dehydrating, and then I was like wiping my nose and blowing my nose a lot, which really wrecks, you know, that like nose skin. When I put makeup on today, it was like burning. And then we've been in a cold snap here, which I feel like everybody has been. So we had our heat turned up, so the heat's been blasting in our house, which really, really dried out the house, especially upstairs. I need to get a humidifier or something because my dry skin has been rough. It's been a rough time. And also I was sick, so I wasn't really keeping up with my skincare routine. I mean, I could barely like stand up long enough to take a shower there for a while, so doing a full 7-step skincare routine was kind of out of the question. I'm getting back on it now, but there's some repair that needs to be done. Boo. Anyway, I'm fine now. And it seems like the fam's fine, so that's a load off. Hopefully I can find a good way to edit that so that it makes sense. Okay, I'm just rambling now. Thanks for watching. You're cool, cute, awesome, sweet, smart, special, and fancy. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. Love your face. See you real soon. Alright, bye-bye. Bye.